More people are sold than gun sales themselves. Let that sink in for a minute. A human being, a life, is sold and has surpassed gun sales.
More people sold than guns. Human trafficking may seem like a big city issue or kids snatched off of the street issue. If it was happening here, you'd know about it, right? Well, Haley Minogue tells us how trafficking is happening right in front of our faces, undetected.
They're your neighbors, friends, relatives. Traffickers and their victims exist throughout the city, from east all the way west. And the way we see their stories depicted in movies or shows is rarely the reality.
I think people have their own idea of what human trafficking is, but like a correct definition, no. I don't think people truly understand the depth of what human trafficking is and how pervasive it is in the community.
Human trafficking, the buying and selling of humans for labor, sex, or both. It's happening here.
It's very low key. They want it hidden. They want to fly under the radar. They don't want people to see that stuff.
Trafficking continues to grow in prevalence, in part because people don't know how to identify it. We talked to an LMPD Special Victims Unit detective, double sworn to also work for the FBI's Human Trafficking Task Force. Because he works undercover, we conceal his identity.
We've had literally across the board, you name it, doctors, lawyers, school teachers, dads dropping kids off to practice and showing up. It can literally be anything.
While spotting trafficking can be difficult, spotting the lies about human sex trafficking, lies we've watched spread online as urban myth, is critical. University of Kentucky multimedia professor Kaki Urch is an expert on why posts go viral and the harm they can cause.
On the one hand, we have a group of very concerned people who are grandmothers, housewives, legitimate your older uncle, who are concerned about children, and they don't know that these are constructed and fake messages.
So when we have these posts that are going viral, what kind of damage does that do to actual trafficking victims and the efforts to attack actual trafficking?
So far, the word trafficking, child trafficking and child sex ring is now completely associated with the narrative of the insurrection, the big lie, QAnon, all of these things. So some people and some agencies are afraid to even get near the term because of the conspiracy theory that's attached to it now.
Back in Louisville, Regina Vargo Carrico is working to spread the correct information about trafficking, reclaiming the definition. She's a board member with PATH, People Against Trafficking Humans. They work to educate the community on the realities and falsehoods of trafficking and say a lack of understanding can hinder their efforts.
It does a disservice to all organizations. Like, it just means we have to do more work to be like, no, this is an invalid claim, please don't continue spreading it. And obviously we can't control what other people do. The only thing we can do is just try our hardest to be like, this is incorrect. Please don't continue spreading misinformation.
Using her own story, Regina recognizes people who go through what she went through as a child are more likely to be trafficked.
I am a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. During my healing process, I started to realize, oh, okay, so I'm not the only one out there that this happened to.
She talks to trafficking survivors and shares their stories. She comes from a place of understanding to help them process their pain and put into motion a plan to empower others. While she continues her mission, the LMPD SVU detective continues his, sharing this message: if you get caught, you will be prosecuted.
No one wants to have sex with you in exchange for money. As much as they may put on a front that they do not. Simply because they are in a spot in their life where they feel, unfortunately, that is the only thing they can do to survive.
With producer Michelle Zelli and photojournalist Nick Goldbrand, I'm Haley Minogue.